10:35. So it's 10:35 and let's start our training for the position Sergeant at Arms. First of all, let me congratulate each one of you for becoming a very key important person in the executive committee of the club, which is the Sergeant at Arms. Now, myself, Toastmaster Fareeda Bai, you have heard my introduction, so I will not take much time saying that. Now, today's agenda for this session, for this training session, is to know what a Sergeant at Arms role is, what are your responsibilities, and what are the resources which you can use to fulfill your responsibilities. Now, before moving ahead, can I just ask, is there anyone who have recently joined Toastmasters? Yes, Toastmaster Rajita, you recently joined? Okay. Okay, Joji Isaac. See, the thing is, because I'm sharing, I'll not be able to see everybody. So you can just unmute and say, or else just raise the hands, okay? So that I can check.
I too joined in Jan this year only. It's almost 6 months by now. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yes, Mr. Vishnu. You too?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I also joined 3 months back.
Okay, okay, great. So we have many, yes, somebody from YAT had raised their...
I'm Toastmaster Rani. I joined the Angels Toastmaster Club last month.
Yes, 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 Rani. Okay, so I believe that because it is like almost few months, you have seen what a Sergeant at Arms does in a club, correct? But as a Sergeant at Arms, you might not be actually knowing what the exact responsibilities are. So today we will learn what is our role as Sergeant at Arms, our responsibilities as a Sergeant at Arms. Yeah. Now, this objective for this session is just to identify what is the role, how you will fulfill your responsibilities, and again, the resources. Now, let me ask you, what do you think is a Sergeant at Arms role? We'll have an interactive session, so be prepared. Yeah, because I don't like to talk alone. I'm a person who wants everybody to talk to me. So what do you think is the actual role of a Sergeant at Arms?
Do all preparation for the meeting.
Do all the preparations for the meeting, yes.
Welcoming all members to the meeting.
Welcoming all members to the meeting. Yes, Wajiha. Wajiha
As
Ismail.
a Sergeant at Arms, we need to maintain the inventory of the entire club, and also we have to invite the members invite the members to the meeting, and also explain the ground rules for the meeting. And also we should be proactive in terms of arranging inventory, like food arrangements and all those things, and taking care of guests, and also help them to familiarize with the club in case of new guests, etc.
Great, great, great. Yes, you have actually touched upon everything. Yes, Mr. Yes, Toastmaster Vishnu.
Yeah, have to maintain or what could I say? Energy.
Raise the mission of the club.
Level of them.
Once again, Toastmaster Vishnu.
Raise the mission of the club.
Yes, Toastmaster Lamia. Yeah. Yes, Toastmaster Vishnu.
Maintain a positive vibe over the meeting.
Positive
by welcoming
for the meeting. Correct, correct. Yes, Toastmaster Lamia.
Read the mission of the club or district, and also the rule of online or in-person meeting we have to follow during the meetings, and also the responsibility of Sergeant at Arms is to using in the breaking room during the contest or sit outside the room to collect all the ballots from the judges and to submit it to the in person. This is for in person and become with the speakers during the breaking room,
Correct.
during the contest.
That is during the contest period.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody, whatever you have said is correct on the point. So let's move on and see what are the responsibilities. Now, as a sergeant at arms, we have many responsibilities. You know, initially when I joined Toastmasters Club in 2015, the one thing which everybody told me was, if you want to take up a role in the XCOM, take up sergeant at arms. It's very easy. You know, just come early in the meeting, arrange the meeting room, keep water, keep the naming plates on the thing, and just enjoy. You know, that was one concept which was put into my mind as a very new Toastmaster. But later, when I became the sergeant at arms of my club, and when I attended the court, that is when I came to know, oh, sergeant at arms is not an easy task. That is one role which is the most important. Why? Because we are the ones who are going to set the tone for the club meeting. We are the one who all the members and the guests see for the first time in the club. So it's like we are the face of the club. Correct? So we have a lot of responsibilities during the club meeting, outside the club meeting, and also at the executive committee. Now, during the club meetings, before the club meetings, we have few responsibilities. Can somebody just say what are the responsibilities before the club meeting for a sergeant at arms? It's very easy. Before the club meetings, what does sergeant at arms have to do?
Yeah, arrange the rooms, arrange
Correct.
the resources, club banners and everything. Yeah.
Correct. So we have to reserve the meeting room. Many of us have the meetings in some offices because office rooms, you know, we get for free. Or like our club, we conduct the meeting at Ahlia University because we get it for free. So it's a classroom. But most of the clubs meet at hotels, at a conference room. So you have to arrange the meeting rooms 2 weeks or maximum 10 days before the meeting. Get the confirmation from the hotel room, give them the count, how many people will be attending, how many tea or coffee or, you know, snacks do you require, everything. This is all need to be done before the club meeting. You have to check your club supplies. Now, what are the club supplies which you have? You have the voting ballots. You have the ribbons. If any of the clubs are giving the ribbons, some clubs gives certificates instead of ribbons. So all these things, you as a sergeant at arms should make sure that for the upcoming meeting, you have all the supplies ready. You have to check whether the timing device is working. You have to check whether your club banner is ready. You have to check whether, if some clubs have trophies, they might have trophies, you know, just to give to the winners and click the pictures. So you have to check whether the trophies are in right position or is it broken. You know, if it is broken, you have to make sure that it is fixed. All these things you have to make sure before the club meeting that it is ready. Okay. Now, upon arriving at the club meetings, what is that things which we do as sergeants? Dear Sergeant at Arms, we are the people who needs to set the club meeting, set the tone for the club meeting. So set the tone for this training as well, please.
Yeah, I believe I told what have to be done upon arrival of club meeting, I believe. Not before the meeting,
Not
right?
before. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So you will be the first person who will be reaching the club venue. The thing which you have to do upon arriving the club venue is to set up the room. Now, setting up the room is different for different clubs. Some might have online meetings. Do we have any of the sergeant at arms whose club is having only online meetings?
Yes, I have. We
Okay.
are only doing
Which club is
online
it?
meeting.
Which club is it?
Empowered Women Toastmaster
Empowered
Club.
Women's Toastmasters Club.
Mm.
Okay. So in the case of online club meetings, Sergeant at Arms' role is very much easy. They just have to read the script, invite the president to open the meeting, and that's it. Then, yeah, of course, some Sergeant at Arms, we make them as the Zoom moderators so that they will be the ones who will be muting and unmuting the participants and all. But when it comes to a physical meeting, there is a lot of things which a Sergeant at Arms will have to do. Theoretically, right now I'm going to talk theoretically. Practically, different clubs have different ways of conducting this role as Sergeant at Arms. Theoretically, the Sergeant at Arms will be seated at the entrance. Why? Because they have to make sure that there is no disturbance in the room while the meeting is going on. And at the entrance with a table where there will be a guest book, where there will be, if any clubs have a promotional materials, they'll be keeping promotional materials. And also, they will also have a reception committee who will receive all the guests and the members with a smile and with a handshake, of course. Yeah, making the members feel that they are valuable. And also, we know that there will be latecomers during the physical meeting as well. And we all see that, latecomers come in and everybody turns around and see, okay, who is coming? Oh, okay. Then they wave and all those things. So Sergeant at Arms, as because they'll be seated at the entrance, they'll make sure that no such things happens during the club meetings and we do not disturb any of the speakers or the members. Sergeant at Arms will be the person who reaches at the club meeting. Make sure they keep the tissue. If they have a tissue box, they'll be keeping the tissue box on the tables. They'll be keeping the water on the table. They'll keep the agendas which are printed on the table. They'll keep the voting ballots on the table. Everything which is needed for the meeting from the starting till the end will be set by the Sergeant at Arms. But don't worry, you are not alone. You can request volunteers from your members. The members who arrive early will actually help you in setting up. Okay. Now, how many of you have taken the handover from your previous Sergeant at Arms? Okay, yes, Rajita. Okay, Vishnu.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Yes, Laiju? Okay, you have taken the handover, that's what, right? Okay, okay, Santosh. Okay, great, great. So what are the things which you have taken from the previous Sergeant at Arms? And do you all have a list of the things which you have right now?
Actually, we are in online, so they didn't hand over anything. We are in the script and all the things.
Achha, okay, okay. Yeah, online, definitely. You might not be having many of the inventories or the club supplies. It will be mostly digital. But about the physical clubs, do you have?
But not fully handovered. I did a Sergeant at Arms role in a one meeting only from my previous one.
Okay.
And not handout fully.
Oh, okay.
The
okay,
things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, when we have a handover meeting, as a Sergeant at Arms, normally we see that, oh, Sergeant at Arms, there is nothing. You just have to come in, just read the script, okay, invite everybody, and that's it. No. The Sergeant at Arms handing over part is very important. Why? Because we have the club supplies for which we have already invested. The club members have already invested, and that is the responsibility of the Sergeant at Arms to take care of it. For example, the gable. We will have the club member pins. We will have the ribbons. We will have the club leadership handbooks, which we actually give during the installation ceremony. And we might also have many old manuals, the advanced manuals, the storytelling manuals. If the club is a very old club, all these things will be there. You as a Sergeant at Arms will have to make sure that you have a checklist of what are the supplies and how many numbers of each do you have. Like, for example, for 1 year meeting, how many ribbons do you need? You will need 24 minimum, 24 club speaker ribbons, best speaker ribbons, best evaluator ribbons, best table topics ribbons. So you need to make sure that you have 24 ribbons of each for the entire term. If you do not have, you will have to make sure that you order it and the club receives the ribbons. Yeah, this is all the responsibility of the sergeant at arms, that the club supplies should be there. And you also need to report this to the executive committee member. You have to make a strategy of what are the things which you are going to order for the next 1 year. So during the club meetings, as I said, during the club meetings, you will make sure that there is no hindrance, no nuisance in the club, and there will be no disturbances for the speakers. Confirm room reservation, that is before club meeting, and ensure that the supplies are there. Upon arrival, arrange the meeting room early, keep the tables ready, keep the chairs ready, keep the tissue, water, whatever the systems are, the name tags, the guest seatings. Sometimes what happens, there will not be chairs for the guest. And, you know, the club members will have to get up, and then the guest will sit and the club members will be standing. So such things should not happen. Set out the meeting materials and promotional materials on the table where you will be sitting. In some clubs, there is, you know, the members say or inform you that, you know, we cannot sit in a very cold room. So you need to ensure that the room temperature is perfect for everybody to be there. And there is a guest book. If any of the club doesn't have a guest book, you can either make a register for it. Okay, that will serve as the attendance sheet, and also the details of the guest will be there. Or if not, there is an item in the Toastmasters International website called as guest book. You can go, you can either purchase or download it and can use it as a guest book in your own club. And this will be in the custody of the sergeant at arms. You can share the details with the VP membership for them to invite the guest for the later meetings. Okay. Now, during the club meetings, you welcome the late arrivals, make sure that there is no nuisance, coordinate the food service. You know, in some club meetings, what we have seen is in between the speaker, the sergeant at arms will be sitting in some corner and the entrance will be on the other corner. The sergeant at arms will start running, you know, to coordinate with the food service. The food service people will be coordinating. They go out, they talk to them, then they come back and sit. So coordinate the food service much before the meeting. Make sure that you know that how many people are going to attend the meeting, how many veg, how many non-veg, or how many need tea or maybe juice, you know. All these things you need to make sure that it is done before the club meeting, and during the club meeting, just do a WhatsApp thing. If at all there is a food coordination, make sure that you sit next to the door so that you will not be disturbing anybody else. You will be the one who will be collecting the voting ballots. If your club is having a physical voting ballot, the sergeant at arms, it's your responsibility to collect the ballots. It's your responsibility to tally the votes and inform the president about the winners. We can see, like, you know, in some club meetings, we can see the voting ballots will be distributed at the time when the general evaluator asks. When the general evaluator asks, the sergeant at arms will run, check out their bags, where we have kept the ballot. Is there a ballot or not? Or should we generate a ballot? They'll start tearing the papers, you know, they'll start making the ballots. So avoid all these things. Make sure you have a checklist before your club meeting. Check whether you have done each and everything. Yeah, so that the guests who are coming to the meeting will actually see, oh my God, what a well-organized meeting. You know, when we start running around, the guests will think, what is happening here? Oh, I heard Toastmasters is, you know, like great, but here I can see only running arounds. Yeah, so we as the sergeant at arms should have to make sure that everything, even the ballots, the trophies, the certificates, everything is set. After the club meeting, it is also our responsibility to give back the meeting room as it was when we arrived. Pack up all the club supplies, store it in a very safe place so that you will not have any trouble for your next meeting. And here it is written, dispose of trash. Dear Sergeant at Arms, it is actually completely not your responsibility to dispose the trash. You have to inform each and every member who attends to make sure that they throw their trash in the trash bin. Yeah, but ensuring that all the trash is disposed is your responsibility. Outside the club meeting. Outside the club meeting, your responsibility is to schedule the meeting location. Now, this meeting location can be either for the club meeting or for the ExCom meeting as well. If it is an ExCom meeting, it is very easy for you to schedule the meeting location because you're just 7 or 8 of you. You can maybe meet at, some coffee shop or somebody's house as per the ExCom decision, but you will be the responsible person to schedule the meeting location. You ensure that adequate supplies are available. As you will have the list of the things which is available for the club, you can make sure that we have adequate supplies. And also you need to attend all the executive committee meetings. Sometimes we will think that, oh, as a sergeant at arms, what is there? Because the VP education, the VP membership, and the president will be talking in the ExCom meetings, correct? As sergeant at arms will be sitting at one corner and listen. But it is very, very, very important because the sergeant at arms is a very key role player in the executive committee meetings. So make sure that you attend each and every executive committee meeting. Arrange your replacement or assistance. Always, you need to arrange your subcommittee. You can even request the club members to volunteer you as the reception committee. Now, what is the reception committee's role? Is to receive the guest and the club members to the meeting. So that if you are busy arranging the meeting room, the reception committee will receive the guest and the members. So your role as a sergeant at arms is covered by you and your team. Okay? And you have to prepare your successor for the office for the next term. Now coming your responsibilities at the executive committee. You have to update the executive committee on the club meeting space status, whether you have the hotels or the meeting rooms ready for the upcoming meetings. If not, like for example, as I said, my club meets at the university. So sometimes what happens, as per the exam schedules, we do not get the rooms. So the sergeant at arms will have to make sure that we get another booking, which can be under the budget of the club, and make the meeting space ready. Work to coordinate the meeting space, chair the social and the reception committee, of course, and replace items as and when needed. Now, how to fulfill the sergeant at arms responsibilities? Now, it's been a long time that you all are silent. Now, I want you to talk. How to fulfill the sergeant at arms responsibilities? Come on. Yes, Ali. Yes, Toastmaster Ali. Nobody?
I think we have to take the proper handover first.
Yes,
Then
we have to take the
second, we
proper
have to,
handover.
yeah, and second, we have to be punctual. We have to reach the venue. If it is an offline meeting, we have to be there at least 15-20 minutes before so that we can arrange the requirements, welcome the all the members and guests. Yeah, and whatever actually is already discussed, we have to be responsible for each and every responsibility we have.
And
Yes.
we need to maintain a checklist also for the meeting. It's better to maintain a checklist so we won't forget the.
As we are online, as we are online group, so we have to check whether all the members are on time or not, whether their mics are working or not, whether the cameras are working or not. We are checking before the meetings.
Yes, Toastmaster Durar, thank you. Acha, okay, you already spoke. Anybody else? Why nobody is speaking? I told you I love to
By
listen.
preparing a proper schedule and execution follow-up, regular follow-up for that.
Yes, DTM Anil Kumar.
Very good evening. Good morning to all of you.
Very good morning.
Okay. Okay, the question you asked is regarding SSA responsibilities. I will put it in a very nutshell. To understand the responsibilities of a sergeant at arms, what we need to do is learn what is the responsibility of the sergeant at arms. And that you can do by attending club officer training, meeting the past sergeant at arms and learning from that person, and third, referring to the educational material present in Toastmaster International website. These are 3 ways you can adopt to learn about Sergeant at Arms responsibilities.
Great.
Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, DTM Anil Kumar. As always, short and crisp. Thank you. So, how will you fulfill this responsibility? As we had discussed before also, take the handover and create a checklist for yourself. Create a checklist before each and every meeting. Make sure that your checklist, the items in your checklist are all checked. Also, discuss with the executive committee whether they require anything for the meeting. Discuss with the speakers if they need any kind of requirements. Like, for example, maybe some speakers might need projectors for their speech. It is your responsibility to arrange the projector. Or maybe some speakers might have some kind of props. You have to make sure that the props are set at the place where the speaker requires it. So all such things, you can get it from the check the agenda before coming to the club meetings. Make sure that no one requires anything extra other than what is there in your checklist. Yeah. And note it down in your checklist and check it before the meeting or during at the meeting. As soon as you arrive to the meeting room, make sure that you see whether the items in the checklist are checked. Now, when will each action be completed? You will come to know from the checklist what you have. And who is available to help you? Everybody. You can request your club members, you can ask them to volunteer, and also the executive committee members will be there to help you if you need anything. You just have to speak. Now, what materials and resources can you use? You have a lot of materials and resources. And even in YouTube, if you search for the Sergeant at Arms role, you will get a lot of videos by different people from different countries with different cultures, informing you, the Sergeant at Arms roles, what they do in their own clubs. So there are different types of things which happens in different clubs. So at least you will be aware as to what is happening. And if there is anything which is helpful for you or in your club, you can adopt it as well. The checklist, as we said. Now, how to get started? And there is one more thing which you can take help from, which is the Club Leadership Handbook. The Club Leadership Handbook is very, very, very important for each and every role player, the executive committee roles, because it is clearly mentioned what exactly is your role and the responsibilities. Now, how to get started? You have already started by attending this club officer training. Number 1, there will be one more training in maybe December, like in the half year. And you will have to attend that as well, because different trainers will give you different experiences and different knowledge. So you can collect all the knowledges and can make sure that you can improve yourself as a leader of the club. Now read all the materials which I said, especially the Club Leadership Handbook. Meet the outgoing executive committee, especially the outgoing Sergeant at Arms. Check with them if they had any challenges. That is very important. You need to make sure that you know if your outgoing Sergeant at Arms had any challenges. So you can make a strategy to overcome those challenges and make your club meeting more quality-wise better, and also your job easy. Meet with the current executive committee member, prepare your strategy for the term, present it in front of them. They will also give you more suggestions and they can also help you out to conduct the role. Introduce yourself to the meeting space contacts. That is when you receive all the guests and the members. You can introduce yourself as the Sergeant at Arms and you can have a bond with all those. Last, like ask for volunteers. Every time, ask for volunteers. Do not just jump because what will happen is if you alone do it, after some time, you will be so tired, you will get so bored that you might feel that, oh no, I'm done. Oh, this is what it is. And just do it kind of, yeah. These are the additional resources. You can just click a picture or maybe we can just share it with you later. So these are the resources which will help you in doing your role. Now this concludes this training session, but we will have a question answer session.
There is any particular script for the welcome message or something?
welcome message, there is no particular script as such. Each club have their own scripts. The first thing, the main thing which you need to make sure or you need to keep in mind is you are the one whom all the guests and the members are going to see first. So it is your energy which is going to flow through the meeting. So you need to have that energy. When you are starting, I can see, you know, many a times the guests are talking, the members are talking, blah, 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 and the meeting for the sergeant at arms, he or she is just standing in front of the meeting room, and then he's just waiting for them to, you know, keep calm, and then he starts. No, if it is 3 o'clock, the meeting time, you have to make sure that you are heard. Either you can use a mic, or if you have a voice, well, good. But make sure that you get all the attention and start the meeting. Some sergeant at arms might bring a very scripted introduction. Yeah, no need of that. No need of that. See, what are the things which you need to inform the club members? You have to welcome all of them. You have to make sure that you give the ground rules of your club meeting. What is it? How the club meeting is going to be. Yeah, some clubs, they read the core values and the club missions. You can do that. But make sure that as a sergeant at arms, you don't take most of the time. And, you know, it's like you're just talking. You take like almost 5 to 10 minutes, and then you invite the president. So the agenda will be delayed, because in the agenda, the sergeant at arms timing is just 2 to 3 minutes. You just have to take 2 minutes. Just take 2 minutes. Or if you have like 3-minute script, start 1 minute before. If it is 3 o'clock, start the meeting 2:59, and then you speak for 3 minutes. But you need to make sure that the meeting time at the agenda, at what time you need to invite the president, you invite the president at that time. Cut short your script.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
There
Thank
is
you,
no
Jim.
specific script, Toastmaster Laiju. Yes,
Yeah.
Toastmaster Lamia. Toastmaster Lamia. Okay. Toastmaster Prabhakar.
Yeah, I am okay.
Okay.
I am okay. Everything
Okay.
is fine. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank
Kind
you.
of you.
Thank you. Yes, Toastmaster Prabhakar. Okay. Any more questions? Come on now. Let me ask you one thing. Yeah, as per the role, you have to support the club mission as a sergeant at arms. Now tell me, how, as sergeant at arms, are you going to support the club mission? Before that, do you know the club mission? Can somebody just say the club mission? This is one thing as a sergeant at arms, we all, not only as a sergeant at arms, as a club leader, we all should know. As a club member also, we should know. What is the club mission?
It's actually mission is like we provide a supportive and positive learning and experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth.
Great. Okay. So now as sergeant at arms, how are you going to support this club mission?
Actually, first of all, we have to create a conducive environment where all the members will feel to come to the club to learn something, like, to learn the, what is our main is to learn the leadership skill. If the environment is not good, they will come for a 1 or 2 times and again they will skip away, run away.
Right.
So I believe that is our main important role. Yeah.
Right. Yes. Anybody else? Anybody else? Okay. When the club members, when you have, yes, Shilpi.
It's yeah. Good afternoon from India and good morning from Bahrain. The thing is that if sergeant and arms has to be in that, what you said was correct, that his spirit is what starts the meeting. If the spirit is right, and if you're not shrugged, or if you just start like, yes, today we are here to communicate, that fulfills the whole role of what Toastmasters is. Because that is what we come here to learn. We learn how to communicate.
Correct, correct. Good. Thank you. Now, as Toastmaster Shilpi said, the spirit. Now, my second question to everybody is, how are you going to set that spirit in that 3 minutes which you have? What do you think? Your plans? Yes, Toastmaster Shilpi.
So for me, firstly, I feel that I should be dressed properly and I should be having a smile on my face.
Right.
When I'm starting the meeting, if I am feeling sad and gloomy and I'm not in a very good mood, I can't bring that spirit in the meeting. Plus,
Right.
for the script, we can just start. Oh, I can see a sunshine in everyone's face, something like that. So
Great.
everyone smiles, everyone comes over. Okay, wants to listen to you.
Correct. What if Toastmaster Shilpi, that they are so busy in talking and you are saying that, oh, I can see the sunshine in your face and nobody is listening to you? Then what will you do?
At times, I feel that maybe we can just say, oh, I think my Toastmaster has something to share with me because I can see that very big smile on his face.
Yeah.
So that way, when you're just individually saying it, everyone keeps quiet. I have experienced this way.
Yes, Wajiha. Yes, Toastmaster Wajiha.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So I read somewhere that a good way to start a meeting is by starting with a round of applause yourself. So just as you're walking up to the stage, start clapping, or when you're on the stage, you can start with a round of applause to get everyone's attention, and then start by saying good morning or good evening with a high spirit, so that you set a right tone for the meeting.
Correct. Nice, nice. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Wajiha. Anyone else would like to share something which they have done in their club? See, here now, what we are talking is practical things, not the theoretical thing. Theoretical part is over. Okay? Yes, Toastmaster Santosh.
Like asking a question, like everyone is ready for the meeting. We're going to start the meeting now. So everyone will be answering, or we can grab their attention. And we'll start with a story or an inspirational story on the top. It's like a little story, so that like they will be curious to listen what we are delivering on that. In that way, we can have a good start for the meeting.
See, instead of story, because telling an inspirational story will be the privilege of the president. But as a sergeant at arms, you can start with a quote, a banging quote. Yeah. Mostly our clubs will have themes, right? Themed meetings, right? So you as a sergeant at arms, what you can do is start with the theme. Bring in something which relates to the theme. As I think Toastmaster Wajiha said, yeah, you can clap to get the attention. That is one way of doing it. For me, because I have a very big voice, I never had to, beg for any attention, because I just say good morning and everybody will just look at me, or good afternoon and everybody look at me. But for people who are like very low in voice, I'm not saying that they cannot get the attention. They can get the attention in many ways. Yeah. So like, for example, if the theme of the meeting is friendship, this is just a, example. Like once when I went to a meeting, the theme was friendship. Yeah. And what the sergeant at arms did was, he, along with another friend or a Toastmaster of him, they both came together in front, and he just invited everybody. He said, can I get your attention, please? So everyone was just looking. Yeah, what is him? He got a friendship band. Yeah. He tied it onto his friend. He hugged him and said, Happy Friendship Day. So we were like thinking, it's not a friendship day. It's just, the theme is friendship. And then he started. And what the president did was, the president took over that what the sergeant at arms had done. And then the president started talking about friendship. So it's like, you have set the tone as a sergeant at arms. The tone flows through the entire meeting, through all the other role players. So that was very different, very, very different, which I really loved the way Sergeant at Arms did. So as a Sergeant at Arms, it is your privilege to get the attention, to welcome everybody. You can do it anyhow you want. Some clubs, as I said, they read the core values, they read the club mission. But if some clubs don't want to read it, that's fine. Because the club mission and the core values will be told by the president. It's like, there are few things which you need to inform during the club meetings. If the sergeant at arms is informing, the president don't have to inform. If the president is informing, the master of ceremonies don't have to inform. You all are one hand, one tight hand, going into one vision, which is a quality club meeting. So don't take tension. If you forgot to do something, it's fine. Inform the president. Or if you were not able to inform the president, fine. Inform the master of ceremonies. But make sure that thing is done during the meeting. And always remember one thing which Dr. Ralph C. Smedley has told us. We all learn best in the moments of enjoyment. Enjoy each and everything which you're doing. Don't feel like burdened or, stressed. Toastmasters is a voluntary place where we have come voluntarily for our own self-development. Take it like that. What you will do. Initially, there will be a little issues because you have just started. You need to get your hands onto it. Don't worry. Each and every one in this District 20 Toastmasters are there to help you. Just ask. A question, a message is enough for you to get help from 100 hands. But ask. Once you get used to your role, you will start enjoying it like anything. Now, somebody had told about the contest responsibilities of a sergeant at arms, which was not there on the slides. Now, can somebody say what exactly is the responsibility of a sergeant at arms during the contest? Come on. I'm talking. Yes, Toastmaster Shilpi. Thank you so much.
I think to send the people to the breakout room, that is the main one.
Yeah, online, that is the main responsibility, to send the people to the
Even if
breakout
it's
room.
offline, you have to like shift the members.
Okay. For that, when it comes to physical, there is two things. Sergeant at arms have different roles during the physical contest. One is to secure the door. The other one is to take these contestants to the breakout room and be with them there.
Yes.
So at that case, the sergeant at arms will have to make a team.
Yes.
With 2 to 3 people who can help you. Minimum 2 people you will need during the contest. Sergeant at arms will be the one who will be opening the contest and inviting the president as always and handing over to the president. Okay. And then this roles like that is securing the door and taking the contestants to the breakout rooms and being with them at the breakout rooms, all those things will be the responsibility of the sergeant at arms. Plus, if there is anything which is needed, like sergeant at arms is told as a logistics manager of the club, all the things needed by the club during the contest is to be arranged by the sergeant at arms with the help of others. Always think that, okay, with the help of others. No pressure at the sergeant at arms to do everything alone. Yeah? Okay. Anybody else wants to put in something?
Excuse me.
Yes, Toastmaster Hussain.
For the break rooms, Sergeant at arms taken for evaluation and table topic during contest. But for prepared speech, should be there, all
Yes,
speakers.
they will be securing the door. They will make sure that whatever props the speakers needs are ready at the stage.
Yes.
If a speaker needs a chair, you'll have to check with the speaker which side of the stage you need the chair, arrange the chair there. Or if there is something else like, you know, a plant pot or maybe a teddy bear or whatever. But whatever the speaker needs, wherever they want it to be positioned, it is the responsibility of the sergeant at arms to help the speaker to get it.
Exactly. Okay, thank you.
Anything more? Now, is there any? Yes, DTM Anil Kumar.
Yeah, thank you back once again. Okay, I would like to add my 2 cents to all the great presentation you have given. You did mention that one of the responsibility of Sergeant at Arms is to collect the ballots, okay, in the club. That's great. What we normally practice is giving that opportunity to a guest who normally is attending the meeting, and that person is asked to do the role of vote counter, in which case the sergeant at arms can take relax during that time, and the guest feels great that he has been given a simple but yet a very important responsibility, and he gets the opportunity to be on the stage, speak for a few minutes, and be part of that team, because that's a feeling we can generate in that guest. So that is the 2 cents from my side. And in case as there is any club who are having hybrid meetings, they could go for 2 sergeant at arms, one on the physical side and one on virtual side. Now, how it is going to benefit in case the person on the virtual field is busy, the person online can immediately start the meeting on time without any delays and always can replace. So in this way, there are 2 of members from that club who are engaged at the same time. There is no delay because Sergeant at arms has not reached or has not come. He's engaged with something. So that gives a continuity and there is no gap. So we have a great feeling that what we can classify as a quality meeting. Over to you.
Great ideas, DTM Anil Kumarji. See, this is called as experience, and this is called as, you know, distinguished Toastmasters who are always ready to pitch in suggestions, help, thoughts, everything. They will mentor all of us and they will make sure that we all become great leaders in future. Yes, Toastmaster Prabhakar. I think we are not able to hear you. You're unmuted, but still we are not able to hear you. No. 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 Can you just check your audio settings? Yes, Toastmaster Sandeep Lavanis. Toastmaster Prabhakar, please check this audio settings. I'll be coming back to you. Yeah. Yes, Toastmaster Hida. Yes, Toastmaster Sandeep Lavanis.
Yeah, actually, there was some error. I was for 2 minutes. I was out of this network and could not connect. So I logged in again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to share as a sergeant at arms of your club?
No, nothing. The training was very informative, and we got to learn a lot of new things which I didn't know before. So it was very informative.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I want each one of you to be one of the bestest, you know, sergeant at arms in District 20 family. And also you all need to make sure that you all take more roles in future. No, Toastmaster Prabhakar, still we cannot hear you. Am I visible to everyone? Because
No.
I'm in my laptop. Yes,
No, not visible.
okay. Anybody else would like to share any of your experience, which you have seen maybe as a member when something happening or some challenges or something good about any of the sergeant at arms from any other club meetings, because that can help each one of you to get more experience. I would like to share one experience what I have seen once. What happened, I don't remember which club it was, like it was few years back before COVID. We went for a meeting and the sergeant at arms was late, okay, and we were standing outside the meeting room because the meeting room was locked. Sergeant at arms reached like around 5 minutes before, and then he realized that he forgot the key for the meeting room. And then what he had to do was he had to go back, and then he brought the key. So we all stood there outside for half an hour, and the meeting was delayed for half an hour. So this taught all of us one lesson, that before leaving the house as a sergeant at arms, you need to make sure that you check the checklist, whether everything is there with you, and then you leave the room. Or else you are wasting your time, but you're wasting other people's time as well. And that will create a very bad impression as a sergeant at arms. And also the club supplies. Club supplies, you have to be very careful with your club supplies. Some clubs, they have to keep their club supplies in the hotel room because they give you a storeroom, right? So they keep it there. And most of the club meetings happen there. Now, last day when I went to one meeting, poor VP education was searching for the gavel. And inside their bag, they couldn't find the gavel. Then he had to check some other club's bag and get the gavel out. And then he had to keep the gavel back. So as a sergeant at arms, you need to make sure that even if there are so many, club supplies, your club supplies are safe and stored properly. The first thing, as soon as you arrive the club room, meeting room, is to check whether your supplies are there or not. Yeah, there can be many challenges which you all will be facing as sergeant at arms. But if you have a checklist, if you do it in a proper way, you can escape from all these challenges. So start preparing it today. What are the inventories which you have? What are the things which you need to do as the sergeant at arms for your upcoming meeting? Yeah, make the checklist and make sure that everything is under control. Everybody there?